Hey, what's going on, Paige?
Hi, Sherry.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are plant-based in the Burbs. I am Sheree, and this is my co-host,
Hey,
Paige.
it's Paige.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paige Parson Roach. Whoa. Anyway, you guys, we are here today. We want to show you how you can swap out your animal products for something really beautiful and healthy and nutritious. So, hey, what are you cooking today, Paige?
You know what? I'm cooking polenta today. And
Oh,
what's interesting is I was looking at the ingredients because I've had a couple dishes with the polenta and it's made with cornmeal. So definitely grab yourself it's pre-made or you can make it yourself. But this one is organic. I got it. I already cut it up. I'm already in the oven because it's going to take a little while to kind of make everything happen. But so yeah, what are you making?
so, I was inspired by one, the heat, because it's super, super hot here in San Fernando Valley. And pretty much, I guess, across the globe, we're having a heat wave. So I decided to make a poke bowl out of watermelon.
Okay, that sounds really good.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm
yeah.
excited. Well,
So I'm going to do that. But what I have to do first, I had to prepare the watermelon with I can just kind of give you the ingredients because it did need to marinate. So the marinade is soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame seed oil. We have one lime, agave, ginger, sesame seeds, green onions, and of course, nori, which is like the ocean, which gives us that flavor of the sea, right?
nice.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, usually I have like maybe 2 or 3 packs, but it takes a while to get through this. But this is also a great staple to have in your pantry, right? So,
Love it.
so
Well, I'm going to be pulling together a polenta zucchini lasagna type thing.
wow.
So I'm really excited.
I'm impressed. I am so
Well, I'm going to
impressed.
be taking a few different recipes that I've known over the years, and I'm going to be making a cheese sauce with garlic, a clove
Ooh.
of garlic, and some basil. This basil smells so good. And some cashews that I soaked and some nutritional yeast. We're going to see how it turns out. Right now in this oven, I have my polenta. So I'm going to let the screen go to you while I go grab my polenta and show everybody. Okay?
Okay,
Back to you.
sure. Perfect. So look, I'm just going to cut up this. I'm going to drop my camera down so you can see my chopping board. I am going to just slice the cabbage because I want to have some color in my bowl. We already have the beautiful watermelon that is going to give you uh, that spicy tuna look. So we want to uh, add some veggies in there because that's what we're all about, eating the rainbow, right? So I'm just going to cut it up simple. I will save some of this for later, so I might as well just cut up the whole head. So I'm going to just sit that over. Next, we're going to go into a cucumber. The recipe calls for slicing it very thin. I'm not a professional chef. I am a chef in my kitchen, so I'm going to do the best that I can to cut it as thin as possible. So that's what we're going to do here. And meanwhile, I just have the watermelon in the refrigerator. It's been in there for about maybe 2 hours because the recipe does call to keep it in for an hour or longer. And I really wanted to have that ocean sea flavor, that kelp flavor, so that it's gives me that good old spicy tuna type taste without actually doing harm to the tuna. So we're just going to go ahead and cut all these up. Beautiful, beautiful vegetables. They all have been cleaned. I like to clean my vegetables before I use them. I usually take a little bit of, I know this is going to sound weird to people, but I usually take a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of vinegar and water. And I put all my vegetables and all my fruit in that solution, and I let them soak a little bit, and then I kind of, scrub. If I need to scrub, I have a vegetable brush, but I do want to have my vegetables clean, and I don't want to, really eat anything extra. It makes me feel good knowing that everything that I've brought home has been washed because it has been handled several times in the market. So you do want to make sure you clean your produce very well. Okay, because you have people in the store picking up produce and then putting it back, so they are handling your produce. So you want to make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, so basically that's simple. And I will go over the marinade again and just kind of show you the ingredients. So I use the toasted, hopefully you can see that in the camera. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I use the toasted sesame seed oil. I use the liquid aminos as my soy sauce. So I use that, 8 tablespoons. Rice vinegar, so there you go, the rice vinegar. A little bit of agave. It's just like 1 tablespoon of agave because seafood does have kind of like that sweet taste to it. Sesame seeds, and you can use any type of sesame seeds. You can use toasted, you can use dark, black, whatever color. That's what I happen to have on hand. And what I did with the nori, so I just took the sheets out and I just folded it up. I put it in my NutriBullet and then I blend it. So this is what it comes out to, like a little powder. And the recipe calls for like a little bit, like maybe a tablespoon, but I just threw a whole bunch in because I like to taste that fishy, seafoody taste. So this is what the nori looks like after I put it in the NutriBullet, right? So we went on and did that. Let's see, what else did we have to do? Let's see. Everything is here. And now what I also did is I went to the market and I bought some roasted peanuts because that is also going to be something that we're going to top my poke bowl with. And this is my little trick. There's a poke place around the corner that happens to sell the seaweed salad. So, and I wanted to put that on my poke bowl. And what was so cool about going to this place, because I hadn't been there in a long time and I wanted to ask, was there any animal product in this seaweed? Because you'll be surprised where animal product can just appear, right? So the owner of this poke place went and got the packet so that I can read the ingredients. So evidently it didn't have any animal products. So I did bring that on home, and that's going to be something that I'm just going to put into my poke bowl once I start assembling it.
I love it. Wow.
Ooh,
Well, this is the polenta cut into these quarters, large, circles, and I toasted them with a little bit of oregano, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of pepper. Now these are ready to go in. Now everything's going to bake again, but imagine if you had an eggplant, right? Frosty would cook your eggplant before you started layering, right? So this is the polenta, it's nice. It's not crispy. You can also put panko crumbs and put it in a pan and make it crispy. So you could do that as well, like you would a zucchini. So, excuse me, what did I say? Eggplant.
Not the eggplant, yes.
Now, I need to go get my spatula and I'm going to show you how I'm going to layer. So back to full screen on you and then we'll come back together.
Okay. So, look. I'm going to grab my tuna out of the fridge. So hold on, because I want to show you what it looks like. Let's see, where did I hide it? Okay. I want to show you what it actually looks like. So now, mind you, this is watermelon. Wow. I'm just going to open up. No different than when you made yours, Paige, and you made it with tomatoes, which was amazing.
Right.
So this is our watermelon sushi. So it gives you that tuna look. It smells really good because of the toasted sesame seed and also the seaweed. So I did this because for one, it's just super, super hot here. And no one really wants to toil in the kitchen when it's really hot. You want to kind of conserve your energy, your household energy, as well as your own personal energy. Wow, that looks great.
Well, I got to say, Sherry, this reminds me, I was going to say that having a small oven, a little toaster oven, convection oven on top of having your large one, but I'm going to be baking this in there. See, I'm just doing a small, this is for 4 people. This could be plenty because we have appetizers.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
So, taking it to a little, little gathering, but here's what we got. Now we're going to take the zucchini, y'all, and make it into thin slices and set it right on top. Now, let me think about this geometry.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe you wanted to do a full screen so you could see why I...
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
If you can manage.
I can definitely manage. All right, here we go. So now we're putting in the thinly sliced zucchini, as you can see, right on top of this. Now, I'm actually going to be making a special cheese sauce to go with this as well. So we'll put the zucchini right in here on top of the polenta. Now, remember, we baked the polenta separately with just a little bit of herbs. And so now you can kind of see, nobody's going to see this part, but you want to make sure that you're covering the whole pan. So again, I am making a polenta lasagna with zucchini. So here's what we got. Now, I went ahead and I kind of wanted some extra like pow in this dish. So I went with the fire roasted crushed tomatoes.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, right? And I think it's going to just be packed with a lot of flavor. Now, I have yet to make my own sauce, so to speak, my own gravy, as they say. My girlfriend Angela, who I used to do PR with, she would say gravy, and she gave me a recipe and everything before I got married, and have yet to make that. But I want to do that at some point, because I think we all need to learn how to make things from scratch, because we just don't know what's shortages and whatever, but that we want to be able to make our own and grow our own and be able to, make something like this. Oh my gosh, Tom and Tina are in the kitchen with us. Woo!
Oh, they are in the house. Tom and Tina, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are in the house.
Oh, we're so excited to see you. And if they're out there watching, anyone else, be sure. Oh, wait, let me see. We got Climate Healers is watching. Oh, yes. And we got some YouTube people watching. Hello, YouTube landers. We got the Facebook landers. And, y'all, we've been doing some Instagram lives. You got to come over to Plant-Based in the Burbs or Paige and Sherry. We're doing some fun stuff over there, too. Yes. Anyway, that's on Tuesdays.
Tuesday, 11:30. Pacific Standard Time.
That's right. Now, I think we'll go back to you for a minute while I get things set up in my NutriBullet for the cheese sauce I'm making.
Okay, go right ahead. So what I am going to do is, first, I need to get my, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I washed it already. So we got the peanuts. I want to put those in my NutriBullet so that we can get them like crunched up a little bit. So I'm gonna move things out. I've already put my rice in my bowl. So I'm getting ready to get this all prepared, but you gotta have that crunch on the top.
Ooh,
so have some nice peanuts. Now, normally what happens when you turn this machine on is we're supposed to dance, but my dance partner, I don't know where she is. She's somewhere on the other side of the kitchen. So I guess I'm gonna have to go this solo, right? So let's just see if I can get a solo. That was a quick one, right? I couldn't even get that because I didn't want this to be peanut butter. So
that is so cute.
So what I did was we got some little crumbles, and I'm going to add some whole pieces as well, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to do. So we're going to go ahead and put the rice in. I think, I learned from Paige. Paige is good at making these bowls. I tell you guys, she's
so good. And y'all, did you all see the first episode we have? Sherry's is coming, you guys. I can't wait. Check it out on Unchained TV, the app, because we did it together. You made that sauce and we dripped it on. We made a poke bowl. Check it out on the app. And guess what? You can get it on Apple TV now. Sherry,
oh my gosh, really?
On my TV. Apple TV on your TV, y'all. So I know. Very cool. Okay, now while you're doing that, Sherry, I want to get the sauce going. So I have, it's dripping all over the floor, but I drained these cashews. All right.
Okay.
I'm basically
this is typical Paige. If it's not an episode that this doesn't happen, something.
I don't want to spill. All right, wait. Over to you. I'll be right
back. Okay. All right, look, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I just went on and put the watermelon in there. We're gonna take some of this cabbage. I'm just gonna sit it long right down in here, just to add some flavor and color. Oh, I also want to slice up my cucumbers just a little bit more. So we're gonna just slice those in little half moons.
Nice.
Right? I should have did that with my
pretty. That looks so pretty, Sherry.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn from you, girl. You do the best bows I've ever seen.
But the way you did your camera, that looks good. I like that. I
Oh,
like
thank you. I just moved it down a little bit so we can see what's happening down on the below.
Nice.
I think I am going to cut up my cabbage just a little bit so I can actually eat it.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're going to throw that on there.
That looks so gorgeous. I don't want to disrupt. I'm going to just pop in for a quick sec to say.
Go ahead. We can keep Keep going.
We're going to add basil and a clove of garlic with a little bit of water. And we're going to add some nutritional yeast and blend this baby up. Wow. And what kind of cheese sauce we're going to make. We also have some follow your heart mozzarella we're going to put on top of this deliciousness and then bake it. But let's try this out. Let's see how this turns out, because it's kind of like a little bit of like a saucy sauce that I'm going to put in there like before I it's layers. It's layers. Y'all know it.
Right.
Layers.
Okay.
Sherry, I'm going to do the blender down here.
Your brother has a bump.
Stuck. So I'm going to work on this while you show your Pokeball.
Thank you. Okay, guys. You know, this is typical, but anyway, it's fun. And these things happen in our kitchen every single day. You know, it's really all about what we're putting in our plate, on our plate, and what we're putting in our body. That's really the goal. So what I did was, as I mentioned, I went and bought seaweed salad from the local poke place. You know, I did make sure that it was animals in it. So I went on and add that right into my bowl. I'm also adding some edamame that I had from before, because we want to have as much green as I can put in here. You know, and edamame has a lot of protein, which is pretty cool. You know, people always ask, where do you get your protein from when you're vegan? But everything we eat has a source of protein in it, so you don't really have to consume animal products to get that, right? And again, you have to remember that when you're consuming the animal products for your protein, you're getting it secondhand. So why not just go to the main source? All the beautiful green varieties of vegetables that we have available. You know, they always say eat the rainbow, and that's honestly what you need to do. So, all right, so we're going to cut up a little bit of avocado. Gosh, this is going to be so good. I can't wait. I'm super hungry. All right, how you doing over there, Paige?
All right. I've been having some fun with this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of trying things out, which is kind of what's fun about the show. Yes. And here's the scoop. So I made it. I hope everything, well, shoot, it's not really blended enough. But I was going to say it's more like a ricotta, which I kind of like, but I think I have to add a little bit because there's still some nuts, big nuts in there.
Yeah, what about a little bit of some type of liquid?
Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit of water, and I'll be right back.
Okay, that'll do it. That will do it.
Okay, back to you. I'll mute.
Okay, I'm just looking to see if I have everything that I want to put on my bowl, because I got a lot of stuff in here. I think I might have made it too big. I might need to save this one for my husband, because this is a big bowl. All right, so look, I'm going to take a little bit of those peanut crumbles that I had crumbled up. We're going to add a little bit of that on there. We're going to add some green onions on the top, so we still have some nice veggies. And let's see, what else do I have to put on here? I have these chopsticks from a very dear friend of mine who is no longer with us. I treasure these, and so these are what I'm going to use. And pretty much, I'm just going to show you what the bowl looks like. This is our poke bowl. Okay, let's see if I can find the right camera. So it's a lot in here. We have avocado, we have rice on the bottom. I have jasmine rice on the bottom. We have our watermelon, which is our sushi. We have cabbage. We have edamame. We have a seafood salad, seaweed salad. We have cucumbers and avocado. And I am just going to douse just a little bit of the flakes over the top. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. We're going to add some sesame seeds on top of this. Let's see. Let me see if I can open and hold at the same time. So we're going to take a little bit of the sesame seeds and we're just going to sprinkle that all over the top. Let me tell you, this looks freaking delicious. So here we are. finish this nice poke bowl. This is a great dish to make when it's super hot, or you just don't want to really cook that day. You know, you can prepare, now watermelon is in season. You can get your watermelon anywhere, preferably if you can find a seeded one would be great. And then just go ahead and marinate it in the marinade, put it in the refrigerator, and then chop up whatever vegetables you want to put with it, whatever type of rice or quinoa or whatever you want to put on the bottom for your grain. And there you go, super simple and easy. So that's it. So I think I'll take a taste real quick because Paige is over there working on her cheese.
How's it taste?
Delicious.
Really amazing. Okay.
I love Caesar salad.
Oh, this is looking so good. Look at that, Sherry.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, you made me think I'm going to put some green onion, which I did. So I put a little green onion in there. So now this is going to be like a layer, like an icing on a cake, but as a layer inside. Then we'll put more tomato sauce. So right now we have tomato sauce on the bottom, polenta, zucchini. We're going to put some of this.
Now, what is that again? Can you tell me what that is again?
Yes, cashews soaked, basil, onion.
That's why you got the green. Okay.
Basil, garlic, and a little green onion.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty? Now, I have some spinach too. So I was wondering, but I kind of don't want to mess with this. This looks really good, don't you think?
It looks really good. How's it taste?
Well, let's see.
You think you might need a little salt or something, you know, just to see how it tastes?
It's good.
There you go.
Oh, it's perfect.
That's the ticket then.
What I like, I could have added lemon, but then I'm doing an Italian thing. And here's the thing. I think the other things like the fire roast, I don't want to take away from. I could add a little bit of salt, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make it really kind of like, ooh, interesting. You know what I could, what do you think, y'all? What else could I put in here to add a little kick? It's got basil. It's got cashews. Oh, nutritional yeast.
Of course.
What else I put in here?
Maybe you could put a little bit of lemon in that because then that would be your acid.
Yeah.
And then it would give you a little more thinner consistency, but maybe not too much. I wouldn't put too much, but.
Okay, wait. Tom's saying Old Bay. That's interesting. And and then I never heard of Old Bay on the West Coast, till I married my husband, till I got with my husband. You got to remember, I wasn't really in the kitchen much growing up.
Oh, okay. I love Old Bay. I have a big container like this of Old Bay.
We have one now that's been in the in the house for 28 years, but Himalayan salt.
Oh, that's nice too.
So I was going to do a little lemon, and I got to blend again. So let's show your bowl while I blend.
Okay, you mean show me eating my bowl? No, I'm just kidding.
Just show everybody. It's so pretty, huh?
No, but anyway, so
what do you do?
Here's the bowl. It tastes really good. Tom brought up a really good point. I would like to put a little Old Bay on my tuna. So Tom, thank you for that suggestion that you gave Paige, because I'm going to use it for myself. So thank you for that. But you just want to make sure that you in the summer you can eat a lot of raw meals. Walnut meat is another great meat alternative that's raw. That's another something. Excuse me, I got seeds everywhere. That's another alternative you use if you don't want to cook, because you can either cook it or you can do it raw. You can do a tuna. I've done a tuna before with carrot. I juice the carrot and then I use the pulp to make a vegan tuna out of that. So that's something else that you can do. Just because of the heat, you just don't want to be sweltering in your kitchen. And where we live out here in the valley, it gets super, super hot. So, but anyway, while she's also doing that, we can also give a tip for the day, a fitness tip. I mean, I always give them ones that you need to move your body at least 30 minutes. But sleep is also crucial too. And so I was listening to, I don't know who I was listening to. It was a doctor talking about sleep and about naps. They did a study on about sleep and naps. And they say that people who most likely nap, they have found that you're not getting enough adequate sleep throughout your night that is making you want to go to sleep. And they have found connections of dementia with that. So I would just suggest that, you know, turn off all your electronics right before, an hour before, or 30 minutes before you go to bed, or as you're preparing for bed, to make it quiet, like no television, no phone, no computer, because our mind is still working even though we're preparing for bed. So, and make sure that you have a nice dark room, you know, a silence, quiet, and not overheated, because, you know, it's like hibernation. So you do want to, you know, feel a little cold, or, you know, I know it's summer, but you still can do that. And try to set an alarm for yourself to make you go to sleep at a certain time, so you can at least get 6, 7, 8 hours. Everyone is different. Me, I can work with 6 hours perfectly. 7 hours a lot. 8 is too much for me. After that, I get too sleepy. But everyone requires a certain amount of sleep. So try to get your rest. That's basically the key. And pretty much make sure you hydrate. That, you know, we have so many dehydrated people in the world, and so drinking water is really like gold. So if you have it, you should drink it. And that's pretty much it that I have to say right now. I can show you the bowl again. I don't have my partner. Oh, that looks beautiful.
Now we're going to bake this for about a half an hour, y'all, and it'll be ready to go. So essentially, we already cooked the polenta. It comes in a roll, already squished up. I'm sure you can make it yourself, but I just bought it organic, sliced it into circles that were not too thick and not too thin, baked them for a little minute, and then about 15 minutes, and then added them to put sauce on the bottom, very bottom layer, added the polenta, then added zucchini right on top, more sauce. Oh, wait, no, cheese, the delicious homemade cheese I'm going to show you in a second. And then sauce and cheese on top. So
Cheese on top.
It turned out perfect. Look at that homemade cheese.
It looks great.
Y'all, you can make your own. It's green, it's delicious. It has basil, it has cashews, it has that little lemon kick. Was perfect, Sherry. Just a tinge of the lemon,
just a tinge.
Garlic. Yeah, so we did good with this. Yeah, you could add Violife. I added Follow Your Heart. You could put feta.
You could do anything. Yes.
Trader Joe's has a good feta too. So, now if you don't know what polenta looks like, I'll show you one more time. This is what it looks like. It's a roll, and it's cornmeal and water, and it's squished, and it's delish. And then it's already pre-cooked. So the one I bought. Wow.
That's great. So that saves time, right?
Saves time. I really wish I could just have you taste this right here. Here you go.
It looks good. I like it. It looks great.
I want to taste your watermelon. I haven't done a poke bowl with watermelon. I've only done the tomato one. So
yeah, I just told Tom I'm gonna add a little bit of Old Bay in there. I could see they could use a little bit of Old Bay on that, and then let it go ahead and continue to marinate to a little later, to this afternoon, later on tonight, and I'll have dinner. But I'll probably eat this one now.
Well, the other thing I want to tell everybody is an eco tip is to make your own cheese. So that's one, because, you know, look how much, I mean, it's just all fresh ingredients.
Yeah.
And because, you know, they do add some extras, some additives to keep it on the shelf. And the other thing you can do, y'all, is make your own pesto. And you can, it's like 4 ingredients. It's so easy. And so if you're growing your own basil, if you can, or get one of those plants, fantastic. That's like eco. It's like,
yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yes.
Anything else we want to add today before we head out?
I'm just so happy that people came and you know, watched us prepare a meal, and hopefully that it inspires others that they may want to try a watermelon pokey, or even like Paige made a tomato pokey. I mean, it doesn't really have to be animals, that you could still get that same experience.
Yes. Same mouthfeel.
Same mouthful, correct.
Same mouthfeel. You got that crunch of the watermelon or the tomato, and then you got the spice.
Yeah, it's everything. And watermelon is so hydrating. So it has so many other benefits.
Hydrating.
Yes.
I just real quick want to show everybody. You can have your own little compost. Tom was talking about my compost bucket. You can also just do a compost jar. What are you going to do with it? Well, hopefully your town and your city will let you put it into the green bin. If not, you can bury it. You could just bury it, y'all. You can add it. You can squish it up, add some coffee grounds, make your own composting, and add it to your own plants, outdoor plants. Yeah. Oh, one more tip of the day. I was soaking my cashews, and I was reading somewhere that you can take that soaked water, or let's say you're steaming vegetables and you have water, take that water, it has tons of nutrients, and put it into your garden or put it in with your houseplants. I'm just saying, because it has tons of nutrients. So all those
I love that.
Right? I just poured it in. So just, lots of eco tips, lots of ways that we can just be more mindful and, eat better, get more plants on our plate.
That's the goal. That is the goal. That is the goal. That really is the goal.
Our mission.
Yeah, that is the goal.
Hey, drop the spatula, drop the spoon. We are done.
Drop the chopsticks. No, I want to keep those because I want to eat.
We love y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you so much for coming into our kitchen. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you next time. Go follow us. Plant-based in the Burbs.
That's right.